Hey guys, just wanted to let you guys know the reason that it is expelling these noodles out the top and away from you is because this was poorly designed whenever it comes to getting rid of the chips that you're throwing. These saws, all of them, the 3400, the 3700, 3800, they're all of them. They have a problem with getting rid of the chips out the bottom of the saw. And so whenever it gets clogged up like it is right now, instead of them going where they should be going, which is down towards my feet, they make the trip all the way around the clutch and out the front, off of the front of the chain and bar. So, I mean, this is just one of the design flaws with this series. Other saws do it too, but this one, I believe this is probably the very worst I've seen. It just can't get rid of the chips very well, and whenever it becomes noodles, it becomes a real problem. They get clogged up terrible. All right. sharpen that chain. Be right back. All right, so I'm back. Sharpened up the chain. Put a set of dogs on it too. I didn't realize it didn't have dogs. So my part saw it does. So, well, it don't no more. So there's a big branch right here that I'm trying to get on either side of it, get back behind it, so that the rest of it I can use for, you know, Randy and Barry are coming over this Saturday. Going to have some big saws we're going to be putting to the test. This will be it. Let's go talk about it. It's hot out there. It's like 84 degrees. Ugh. So, anyways. So what's the thoughts? I am very excited about this saw. So I got this saw and this one, which is a Craftsman 3.4, which is, and it's very low use, very, very low use. Got both of them together with bars and chains. I mean, the bars and chains are trash, but I got them both for 30 bucks. Very happy about that. They both actually run. This one, the carburetor was flooding it out, so the metering device was improperly set. But anyways, took me a while to figure that one out too, because it'd fire up and then it'd run for a little while and it'd stop. And I was like, yeah, it's losing spark. Ugh, what's going on? But anyways, finally figured it out, obviously. Bam! And here we are. It's running good. This is completely bone stock. It even still has the screen inside the muffler and everything. There's nothing about this that has been modified from stock. So this is a 24-inch bar. This is the bar that came with my Echo 590 Timberwolf. And watch it. A little tight. A little tight. No one to bind there. I think that what's going on, I think the sprocket on this is pretty worn. The clutch drum sprocket. Because even though that's tight, it gets tighter in places. That sprocket's probably worn. Anyways, but the point is what's going on with this? So I had a 3400. Was not impressed with that at all. Sorry guys that are out there that really like those saws. It just wasn't for me, okay? It was low RPM and sluggish and brrr, and that's the way it cut. And I kept comparing it to my ProMac 55, and my ProMac 55 won in every category. So anyways, really didn't like that 3400. So I got this one then, and I got it running, and it would fire up. Oh my gosh, so easy to fire up. And runs good, but still very unimpressed with the 3400. That's the way they cut. And compared to, I mean, they're like an XL12, only they came out like 20 years later. So that's why I'm very unimpressed. If it came out in 1965, I'd be like, well, hey, that's a good saw. But it didn't. It came out in like, I don't know, 1980, 1985, something like that. So anyways, a little bit of disdain there. Sorry about that. But this 4000, I was hoping for better, and I got it. This is definitely a better performing saw. I mean, it's still nothing spectacular, but it is good. I measured the squish on it yesterday whenever I was messing around with it. The squish didn't even register with my solder, so it's probably got about 50 thousandths squish, something like that. There's definitely improvements that can be made to this saw, and that's what I am aiming to do. So what I'm going to do with this saw at this point, I'm going to strap a 20-inch bar and chain on it, and this Saturday I'm going to do a whack off with it so that we'll have the verifiable proof. This is what a stock Poulan 4000 chainsaw will do, and we can compare it to other things. And then I'm going to tear it all apart, completely, all the way down. And this one is going to get an Oprah Winfrey makeover. I don't know why I just said that, but but it is going to get a complete beauty makeover and performance makeover as well. And it's going to be a sight to behold whenever I get finished with it. It's going to be done to a level that I have not done yet, at least not with the chainsaw. Now, the reason I'm picking this saw, is I need something 64 cc's or less to run in the 64 cc or less race class at Sawfest. So I am really looking forward to doing this Sawfest thing. I do not give a shit if I win. So hence I'm going to use this as my race saw. To me, it's just all about having some fun and, you know, enjoying my time with fellow enthusiasts within this hobby. And so this right here is going to be what I'm just going to do a port and polish on it, you know, as best I can, and I'm going to make it look really, 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 really cool. So, and then that's it. This will be what I use for the 64cc. The 54cc is still up in the air as to what I'm going to take. I mean, you know, common sense would probably tell me that I should be taking the Thunder Kitten. Anyways, point is I don't know what I'm going to bring for the 54cc class. I've got some ideas in mind. My Poulan 325, I'm thinking of going in there and just going through it the same way I'm going to go through this. I'm thinking about going through my Johnson 2153 and building it as best I can. I've got several different options. There's a saw in Germany that I might be getting. If the guy hasn't sold it yet, I will be getting. If I get that, I will be running that at Sawfest. There's almost no question about it. It is a Johnson 2055. So, yeah. So I will have something for the cheap saw build off, the Wild Thing. I already got that. I'll have something for the 54cc. I just haven't decided what I'm going to bring. Now, I will have something for the 64cc. For the 74cc, I'll be running the Shindawa if the parts ever come in and I can finish it. So we're good. The only thing that I don't really have is an 84cc or above that, really. And I gotta say, I don't care. The big ones, I'm not going to be able to compete, period. There's so many people out there that will be able to outbuild me, and I understand that. I'm just getting into this, but I just want to play and have fun. So I'm not really worried about it. If I can get these 4 classes, I'm going to feel really, really, really happy and proud of myself. So the Wild Thing class, the 54cc class, the 64cc class, and the 74cc class. So, and just, you know, I want my stuff to be different. And I like the way that they're going with the 54, 64, 74. I like the way that they're doing that because there are so many 50cc class saws that are over 50 cc's. You know, the Poulan high tops that I like, nearly all of those are over 50 cc's. You know, their 54 cc was their mark. They sold more of those than anything else, it seems like to me. So, you know, just because it's still a 50cc saw, you know, it's small. It's a small, little, lightweight saw, so it should be able to run in the 50cc class. I like that. I also like how it stops at 64 cc's, because 65 cc's is an automatic win for the 365 and the what's the Johnson Red 2165. You know, it's just an automatic win for those saws, and it's like, that's not cool. I want there to have some kind of flavor to that, something else that can take it on. As far as I know, there's no steel. As far as I know, maybe that new 400, the 400 pretty much just came out, and maybe it could start giving a run for the money to the Johnson Red 2165 or the Husqvarna 365. But those saws right there just clinch the 4-cube class. Well, at Sawfest, they're going to say 64 cc's is your limit. So that makes that particular saw not eligible. So I love that. I love that. It gives stuff like this a mediocre chance, you know. Anyways, I guess I've rambled enough. I like it. Look forward to messing with it. So I'm going to slap a 20-inch bar and chain on here, have it all set up and ready for this Saturday. I'm going to whack off with it.